Welcome to this channel. In this video, we will begin a long journey tracing the history of the Kingdom of England. We start from its very beginnings, when the land of England was still made up of small kingdoms, up to the Norman Conquest, which became a great turning point. After the fall of the Roman Empire in the 5th century, England became a divided land. The Anglo-Saxon and Jute peoples came from northern Europe, settled and formed small kingdoms later known as the Anglo-Saxon Heptarchy. There were 7 great kingdoms: Wessex, Mercia, Northumbria, Kent, Essex, Sussex, and East Anglia. That era was not a time of peace. These small kingdoms often fought one another, while also facing threats from outside, especially from the Vikings who came attacking from Scandinavia. However, from amidst this turmoil emerged an important figure who would be remembered throughout history: Alfred the Great. Alfred ruled the Kingdom of Wessex in the late 9th century. He was not only a brave king on the battlefield, but also a reformer. Alfred managed to resist the Viking invasions and even began uniting the regions of England under one banner. He also built a legal system, strengthened education, and promoted the use of the English language in knowledge and literature. From Alfred the Great, the seed of an English nation and kingdom began to grow. However, that unity was still fragile. After Alfred, England again faced major attacks from the Vikings, and power kept changing hands, until in the early 11th century, a Viking ruler arose who managed to control England, King Cnut the Great. Cnut ruled a vast empire that included England, Denmark, and Norway. His reign marked how important England had become amid the rivalry of European nations. But the situation changed again after the death of King Edward the Confessor in the year 1066. Edward died without leaving a clear heir. This triggered a struggle for the throne among several powerful figures, including Harold Godwinson, who was crowned as King Harold the Second, and William, Duke of Normandy. A great battle was inevitable. On the 14th of October in the year 1066, the Battle of Hastings took place. Harold's forces faced William's army. The battle was fierce, but in the end, Harold was killed, and William emerged victorious. He then became known as William the Conqueror. This Norman Conquest became one of the most important events in English history. William introduced a new feudal system, distributing land to the Norman nobles who were loyal to him. The Norman French language entered the life of the court and government, mixing with Anglo-Saxon, eventually giving birth to the English language as we know it today. In addition, William also built grand castles as symbols of power, including the Tower of London, which still stands today. The Norman Conquest transformed England politically, socially, and culturally. From this point, a more structured kingdom was born, with an increasingly strong identity in Europe. The long history of the Kingdom of England has just begun. In the next part, we will discuss the next great developments: how England gave birth to the Magna Carta, the rise of parliamentary power, and the birth of the Tudor dynasty that brought England into its early golden age under Queen Elizabeth I. Don't forget to follow the next video so that this historical journey becomes even more complete.